Hey guys, welcome back. Today I have this makeup look for you. We're gonna be keeping it a little bit simple and chill. I'm gonna be using all of my holy grail makeup products, the products that I reach for on the everyday. So when I'm not filming and I'm doing my makeup or I'm leaving the house quickly, these are the products that I'm using. I'm gonna have all these products listed below for you guys like always. And if you're new, make sure to hit that subscribe button. And if you wanna follow me over on Instagram, I'll have that right here. Come hang out with me and yeah, let's get into the look. All right guys, so I already did my brows. Those don't really switch up like ever, at least right now. So they're all pretty much gonna be the same as what I've been doing. So starting off with my first holy grail would be this oil. You guys, I'm obsessed with this. I raved about it in my current favorites a couple of videos back, and it's literally like been a lifesaver. It makes my skin look so good, so hydrated, and just that extra glow that you would need. And it's totally a dupe for the Smashbox one. I always use this one as well, but this one kind of just took over. So I'm gonna go ahead and apply a little bit to my skin. It is the perfect amount of hydration, and it's e.l.f. It's the e.l.f. Retro Paradise Oil. I'm so obsessed. You guys, it is so inexpensive, and it literally makes my skin look so good. Like, I cannot get over it. And it preps it for our next step. All right, so now I'm gonna use another primer just to lock up the pores in the center of my face. I feel like I always have to do that. It's just one of my things that I love. So I'm gonna be going in with my favorite primer. This is Smashbox. This is the Photo Finish Primer. So good. It helps smooth and blur all of those pores. And you guys have seen me use that if you've been watching literally like a million times. I use it all of the time. I literally think it is just amazing. And it's perfect to go right over top of this glow oil. I never ran into any issues with it like doing anything funky. I just, like I said, put it into the center. Some people might think like that's defeating the purpose of putting the oil, but I don't think so. I think that they really do work well together. And like I said, I'm using that primer just to kind of lock up the pores. So I think it's doing its job. That has been a holy grail of mine for forever. So I'm obsessed. So for foundation today, I'm gonna be mixing two of them. These are both my favorites. I could not choose one, and also the shade is a little bit off for me right now. So I'm gonna be going in with the NARS Natural Radiant Foundation. I'm also gonna go in with the ColourPop Pretty Fresh Foundation. This is the Hyaluronic Hydrating Foundation, and I absolutely adore it. A full video on it, but I'm gonna mix the two of these just a little bit. I am a big fan of mixing my foundations if you are new here, only because sometimes the shade is a little bit off for me, but also I do like playing around with like the finishes of them. I don't know, I really love that. Of course it's not practical, but it's what I love. So I'm just gonna go ahead and dot a little bit all over the skin, and I will have shade names below. The finish of both of these together is really pretty, but also the finish of them alone is super stunning as well. And you'll see I use them like by themselves. I've really been enjoying mixing them as well. So they've been holy grail of mine. So I switched sponges really quick. I'm just using the e.l.f. Total Cover Sponge, I believe it's called. I absolutely love the way that these feel and the way that my skin ends up looking. It just looks super skin-like, flawless-like, and especially combining both of these together, I notice it's the most beautiful complexion. So another thing I like to do, which I figured I would just throw it in this video because I'm doing it right now, I will go in with a beauty sponge. Literally 9 times out of 10 is what I'm using to apply the foundation, but sometimes at the very end, I do like to go in with a tiny touch of more of the foundation, apply it with this flat top brush, applying it like so, and pushing it into the skin with a little additional coverage. And this brush is actually the LA Girl 109 brush. It's just super flat and just packs in the product really nice. Next up for concealer, I do have two favorite concealers, and these have been my favorites for quite a bit of time. We have the e.l.f. Hydrating Camo Concealer and then the Born This Way from Too Faced. I'm just obsessed with both of them. Like, I don't know which one I want to use right now, so I'm gonna start off with the e.l.f. one, and if I want to add additional coverage or a little bit of brightening, I will go in with the Too Faced one. But both of these products have been ones that I reach for on the everyday, and I absolutely am obsessed. So I'm gonna take the e.l.f. one and apply it right here. My allergies are like super bad, and it's only like the beginning of fall. I don't know why they're so bad. So I feel like I have like a lot of dark circles right now, and they're just kind of puffy, and they've been like a little bit of an issue for me. So we can use all the concealing that we can get. I will then go in with the Born This Way Multi-Use from Too Faced. This is in the color Light Beige, and I'm just gonna take a little bit, since it is a little lighter, I'm just gonna apply a little bit down my nose and a touch in here. And I'm gonna blend it away using the Camo Sponge from e.l.f. This has been a product I'm obsessed with. It is so good. Just gets the job done. Gonna go in with the Milk Makeup Matte Bronzer. You guys probably already guessed that. It is a perfect cream bronzer. This is in the shade Baked. I think it is actually the most perfect shade. I'm gonna start off applying it with a brush. If you haven't tried this yet and you like cream bronzers, you're probably going to love this. It seriously melts into the skin, like gives you that beautiful sculpted look if you wanna go a little heavy-handed. If you don't wanna go heavy-handed, it literally blends into the skin like it is your skin that has a beautiful sun-kissed glow right underneath the foundation. It doesn't look heavy, it doesn't look cakey. It is so beautiful. So I just like to apply and start out with a little bit around the perimeter of the face. And every time I use it, I just feel like it looks so pretty. To go ahead and set down the concealer, I'm gonna take down my trusty Laura Mercier translucent powder. I'm gonna take a little powder puff that is recommended for this. I don't always use it, but it is one of my favorite techniques to apply the powder. So you'll see me go back in sometimes with sponges and then I will use the powder puff. It just depends on how I'm feeling, but I really do like the way that it applies. Then I start rolling and pressing like a stamping motion, and I just keep it in the area we applied the powder. And as you can see, it mattifies it, sets it, but it's not an overpowering amount, I don't feel. I do really like doing this technique because it is just the most perfect way to set it without like having a ton of powder laying on there, you know? Rolling and like pressing into the skin really ensures it to set down and stay in place. As for underneath the contour, I go in with more powder just on the outer edge. Gives more of a chiseled look, but really smooth and soft and natural. I absolutely love the powder puff from Laura Mercier. It's good quality. And yeah, you don't really need to dust anything. And then I go under here, just dust it away. Start off with the eyes. I'm gonna use my favorite ColourPop Nude Mood palette. This is like the best neutral palette out there right now. I am obsessed with it. I'm gonna be keeping this nice and natural, pretty much like I always do, but it's definitely like an everyday look for me. So I'm just gonna take a brush and I'm gonna start out with the shade Bare to Wear, which is a beautiful nudie color. Well, obviously, but it's a nice soft brown. These colors just literally blend so beautiful no matter what look you're doing. If you're doing more of a dramatic look, they still blend great. I just think that these blend so well. I'm gonna take Au Naturel, which is another brown, but it's a little bit more on the deeper side, and just run that underneath it. I do keep it super simple and super nude-like and natural, and that's just my cup of tea. And I don't do too many colorful looks, but for fall, I do want to change that and do want to amp it up a little bit more. I'm gonna go in with a little bit of bronzer on the skin, and I'm taking the Butter Bronzer on top of what we applied the Milk Makeup one, just so we kind of set that down, even though it's pretty much set, and deepened up a little bit. So, so pretty. And I like to press it in an upwards motion like this. I do take a little bit into the cheek just to have that like emphasized as well. So another bronzer that I absolutely adore, and I just need to add a little bit of it because I love it that much. It is the Too Faced Chocolate Soleil Bronzer. I'm pretty sure they changed up their packaging, but I have this one, and I'm just gonna apply a touch to here. Hopping back into the ColourPop palette, I'm gonna take the shade Wink Wink, which is a beautiful champagne color. It's a little bit more on the chunkier end, like with glitter. So I'm just going to apply it into the inner corner area. Very, very, very pigmented. Love it. The Maybelline Glass Spray. It is pretty new out there, but ever since I've been using it, I've been hooked. So I'm just gonna spray a little bit onto my highlighting brush. So I'm gonna go in with the Maybelline Master Chrome Molten Gold Highlighter and start blending it in. Mainly keeping it here because I don't really want too much. So I'm gonna hop into my favorite pair of lashes. They are the Salon Perfect 614s. I've talked about these so many times and I have a full lash video about them, but they're just so natural yet wispy, yet natural. yet like lash extensions. Like it is the most perfect eyelash ever. Sometimes I trim them, sometimes I don't. Today I'm going to like take off a tiny bit at the end. So I'm gonna fast forward this section and I will be back with lashes on, but this is what they look like. And I am literally obsessed. Please head to Walmart and pick them up. They're so inexpensive. I'm gonna go in with 2 different liners, one for the inner waterline and then one for the top by my lashes. So the nude one is going to be by Rimmel. So I have several different brands that I do like to go back and forth with, but this one is really good as well. And I just like to run this into my inner waterline. This just helps brighten up the eyes. I'm gonna take the NARS High Pigment Eyeliner. This is in the shade Brown. And I'm just going to run that underneath and tight line in the eye. It looks super weird doing this, but I do this so the lashes blend in lash band area. Super natural, yet still pulls it together by looking snatched. All right, so now taking the Covergirl Exhibitionist Mascara, I'm gonna go ahead and run that to the roots of my lashes just to blend them all together. One of my favorites, doesn't budge off my lashes, or at least the root of my lashes when I'm wearing falsies at all day. And even when I'm not wearing falsies, like it makes my natural lashes look really long and nice and pigmented. I love it. I'm gonna run a tiny dot to the lower, nothing crazy. I'm gonna be using the NYX Nude Truffle Lip Liner. This is so amazing. I love the NYX Nude Beige Lip Liner, but this one is a little bit more on the deeper tone, a little bit more brown-like, and it's just super pretty, especially for fall. I just think it is the most beautiful lip liner. It lasts on my lips all day. I'm just gonna line up my lips. I'm also gonna fill it in with this one as well, and I may use lipstick, I'm not sure yet, but we'll see. Also just take a little bit of the Nude Beige actually, because I want to mix the two. I'm gonna now take just a touch of the MAC Honey Love lipstick. I swear I cannot do a look without this, or at least my everyday look consists of this. I need to buy another one. Pop it in the center. Then I'm gonna go in with e.l.f. Lip Plumping Gloss. This is literally hands down my favorite. Aside from the Too Faced Lip Plumping Gloss, this one is bomb. It's so good. This one's in Champagne Glam, and I'm gonna put that right in the center. Like you already feel it working. I love it. So once I've done that, that pretty much wraps up this look using all of my Holy Grail makeup products. These have been my Holy Grails for a bit now, and I'm obsessed. I feel like I have a lot of other Holy Grails as well from different brands and different products, and that's just because I use so many products and try out different products. So definitely have some other ones, but these are the ones that I go towards and reach for on the everyday, for an everyday look. Super natural, yet glam, and so up my alley. So if you guys liked it, let me know in the comments below, and let me know what your favorite Holy Grail products are so maybe I can go try them out. I hope you guys did enjoy this video, and I will see you in my next one.